Hello.
Hey Anthony, good afternoon.
Afternoon. How are you doing, Neil?
Good, good. How are you?
Great. Thanks for hopping on a call so quickly.
Yes, for sure. Yes,
Mm,
I have your query pulled up here on my phone as well.
okay.
Uh, so just wanted to understand before we dive deeper into how this process would be, if you can share a pointer or two, and then we will take it forward.
Sure. Um, yeah, so just like I said in the message, so we're moving there pretty soon. We'll need a car. Right now we have a Kia Sportage, so I guess it's a compact SUV. But we're hoping that we can get something just a little bit bigger because we have two little kids. So we were looking at mid-size SUVs, trying to figure out if just buying used was the best way to go, like getting a used car that, is in the budget, like less than like 100,000 miles on it and that sort of thing. Um, versus I don't know if leasing is an option, given that we have like American, credit history and all that stuff. And also, I don't know, like market wise, given what what's kind of the smarter deal. So maybe you could help. We're trying to figure that out, but we feel like we're kind of flying blind. So we just wanted to know about the different options. I think our budget, in Canadian dollars is probably like around 20,000. We're looking to hopefully be a little lower than that if possible.
Hmm.
But it's probably around there. Um, and so yeah, those are the big things. Oh, and we're leaving the UK in the beginning of July. Actually be staying with family in America, staying in Wisconsin,
Hmm.
for like a few weeks, and then probably moving up to London like the third week of July, maybe fourth week. But I think my wife and I will make it. We have a place to live. We have an address there. So my wife and I, if we work together, like, and we're able to like have the car delivered, we have an address there, and we would come up and meet them
Hmm.
and all that stuff.
Noted, noted. Thank you for sharing the details.
Mhm,
So, considering the budget, what you have outlined of 20 thousand dollars, Canadian dollars,
mhm,
I would recommend right off the bat to go for a pre-owned vehicle
mhm,
because you really because you are looking for a mid-size SUV. So
mhm,
if we are looking at a mid-size SUV, a good one, right, which is quality and value and everything, they tend to be a north of like $30,000 plus plus.
Okay.
The brand new one, like 2026,
Right.
with all the packages and the features and etc.
Mhm,
And then if we look at looking for a new one, but an SUV at around $20,000,
mhm,
then we'll again come back into a compact, less than mid-size crossover SUVs, right?
Yep. Uh-huh.
And it can be a smaller for you considering the family. And I can
Mhm,
totally relate to you. I also have two kids, so I'm also outgrowing my vehicles right now as we
yeah.
speak. And
Yeah.
I can totally understand the perspective or the position where you're coming from. And
Mhm,
that being said, that also I believe that after 4 years you are moving to Canada. We also have to keep in mind about the insurance as well.
okay.
So the newer the car, the higher the insurance premium,
Uh-huh.
because the value of the car is higher, right? The car is quite new, so it even costs a lot more to get it fixed. Touch
Mhm,
wood here, but if it gets totaled or anything like that, the insurance also have to cover the probabilities and cover that cost of depreciation as well. So
mhm.
that being said, we should move into a pre-owned one. Uh,
Okay.
if we look at the leasing as well, then
Mhm,
we will be able to fit that equation. But in lease, you are locked in for 36 months.
uh-huh.
So any of our clientele who are looking for a lease, we always recommend that you at least get a chance to take it for a spin, right?
Mm,
So you know how the car would be, how it feels on a city road, on a freeway, and et cetera, et cetera. What are the bells and the whistles, likewise.
mm,
But for a pre-owned one, and if you're looking to finance it or pay it in cash, it's something like you can buy it today, and after 3 months or after 6 months, if you're uncomfortable or if your preferences have evolved, you have no obligations. You can put it back in the market, sell it off one off, or you can go to a dealership and do a trade in, where we also help our clients trade in to get a newer car or to get a different car, etc.
mhm.
So,
So can I ask
yeah,
about that? So
yeah,
you said if you get a pre-owned, you can sell it back within 3 months. Is that at the price that you purchased it at, or like
no,
how
it
much
will be
less?
it will be a little bit less than that. Again,
Mhm.
it varies based upon the market condition. Sometimes
Uh,
the depreciation is about 5%, sometimes it is about 10%.
okay.
Yeah, but a car valued at about $20,000, we can put it back in the market for let's say if you have driven 5,000 kilometers in Canada for over a course of 3 to 4 months, you can put it back for 17,500 or $18,000 easily.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just sharing that the risk appetite is lower, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you also mentioned that you are not directly going to Canada, you are also stopping by in Wisconsin, and then you will be going to London, right? So we want to make sure that because in leasing, they will definitely look at your credit score. And over the last 4 years, if there is no, I mean, are your bank accounts currently going on? I mean, are there any transactions which are taking place in states, or it's completely kind
Y-
of like on a pause mode?
Yeah. So we've been like we maintain our credit card based in the United States, so that's what we've been using for the last four
Hmm.
years.
Hmm.
And we maintain checking accounts in the United States as well.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
And by any chance, do you know your credit score at the moment?
I don't know it off the top of my head.
Okay,
So I'd
okay.
have to look into that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But you're paying off your cards and you're just doing all the okay, noted.
Mhm.
Then it's pretty good. Then leasing will also not be a problem because
Mhm.
I was assuming that over the last 4 years you might not have had any transaction activity in your bank accounts. And
Mhm.
so the country, that is the states, would have considered your accounts as inactive, right? And then when you come back, then you have to walk into the bank and make your accounts active. But that's not the case in your situation. So
Okay.
we can definitely leverage your credit history and your credit
Okay.
score to look at the leasing option. Then it
Mhm.
would boil down to two factors. One is that we can look at the same make and model and the trim level options and look into the situation where what is the monthly leasing option and pricing coming out to be. And
Mhm.
then in parallel, we can look into the finance options on a pre-owned vehicle and see what are the monthly pricing coming out to be if you're looking to finance. But if you're like
Okay.
planning to pay it directly in cash, then we just look at pre-owned, paid right off, and then leasing on a monthly aspect. But then
Yeah.
let me ask you, like, how many miles is in US, kilometers is in Canada. So
Yeah.
how many kilometers are you planning to drive every year in person?
Not sure. I don't know. I definitely don't know it in kilometers.
Okay.
But we're not going to be taking like a lot of road trips or anything like that. I don't know
Hmm.
what like the average is for folks. I mean, is it like,
So by default,
is it
you
like
get
10 is it like 10,000 miles a year, or like is it something like that?
yeah, so 10, 12, 15 is common in US, which is 10,000, twelve
Yeah.
thousand, 15,000 miles in US.
Hmm.
In Canada, it is 12,000 kilometers, 15,000 kilometers, and 20,000 kilometers. One
Hmm.
of our, we had an extreme case. One of our clients came to us and said that I need 45,000 kilometer annual lease. And we were
Mm.
able to pull it off for him, right? But
Okay.
I mean, but then your monthly payment is humongous, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so we don't advise something like that. But he was taking it on his company, and the corporate was going to take care of it. So we were able to put it together. That
Okay.
being said, if you're not looking to put that many kilometers, then we can look at around 12 to 15,000 kilometers, which is give or take very standard in the market over the course of 36 months, which is a 3-year lease. And then we can look into what is the monthly lease payments coming out to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we'd be eligible for leasing if that's the option we wanted to do. And if we're leasing, it would be like a new car,
Yeah,
right?
leasing is always in two options. Only you can lease whether it's a new car or a certified pre-owned car.
Okay.
Yeah, but in certified pre-owned car, typically based upon our last 5 years of experience, both across Canada and in US, the monthly leasing price is higher than the new
For pre-owned
lease
than a
for
new
the,
lease.
yeah, yes,
Hmm.
yes, yes. But then also sometimes people opt for it because they don't want to drive completely brand new car. They want to keep their insurance lower compared to getting a new car. So
Hmm.
it's again, it varies people to people, places to places. But
Gotcha.
we should look into leasing a new car. Some of the models have incentives as well. You know, they have like some fixed payments, maybe zero down or maybe $2,000 Canadian dollars down, and then you can lease the car. That is an option to begin with. But in leasing, also I should make you aware that you need to get all the services done. You need to maintain the vehicle in a pristine condition. And also, we have to keep in mind about any disposition fee or an early uh, prepay penalty fees or lease cancellation fees. So those are some of the very, very small clauses and which comes in the contract. We
Hmm.
sometimes look into that and get rid of the ones which are possible, but then sometimes they come as a mandatory clauses as well. So
Gotcha.
if you are very sure that, okay, once I look at a couple of vehicles, maybe once I'm in Wisconsin, we can even schedule some test drives while you are in Wisconsin because the model remains the same essentially, right? The features remains the same. It's just
Hmm.
that the mile becomes kilometers in Canada. The rest everything
Yeah.
is almost the same, right?
Yeah.
So you
Hmm.
can get the experience while you are in States, and then we can lock in the car when you are in Canada. That is one option we can go for. Or
Okay.
the other option is the day when you reach to London, after that day and time, in the next 3 to 4 days, we can set up some of the test drives for you within the nearby dealership so that you can get the experience.
Okay.
Unless you are super, super urgent that you need the car the day when you reach there, then we can do it in that manner as well. So we are
Okay.
completely flexible. We are a end-to-end concierge service provider. We work as per your timeline, as per your preferences to make sure we deliver what's best for you.
Mhm. Okay. Question, real quick question about
Yeah,
the the pristine condition of the car. I'm just thinking about how I have like these two kids who like and the car seats and they kind of sometimes stain the upholstery or beat up the upholstery, like that sort of thing. Like that would count against a
yeah,
lease, right? And then
that would,
could
yeah,
be in trouble. Yeah.
correct. You
Okay.
will have to get it fixed, or when you take it back,
Right.
the dealership will review that and will send you an invoice that, okay, in
Uh,
order to, we will get it fixed. You don't worry about it. But Mr. Anthony, you just
you have
owe
to
us
pay for it. Yeah.
$2,000 more, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Got you.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. Yeah.
And just in your opinion, just like with your knowledge of the market, 20,000 for a pre-owned or used mid-size SUV. That's like reasonable. I mean, I haven't looked deeply into the models and stuff yet. I was looking at, like Toyota Highlanders and like, like whatever, like just the reasonable ones. Do you think that's doable on that budget, to find cars that are, not, 15 years old and still safe and all that stuff?
Yeah, so again, that I was also doing some research before getting on the call with you, but I
Mhm.
was uncertain whether you are looking for a two rows or a three row, right? Because if you're looking for a three row sitter, whether you want a second row to be a captain seats or a three row seats. So if you can tell me seven sitter, five sitter, right? So based upon that, we can do a little bit further market research on that. Yeah.
Yeah. They have mid sizes that are five seaters. I thought they were all kind of like set like three rows.
No, so
Um,
mid-size comes in both segments nowadays. People
uh-huh.
have so many choices and selection
Right.
criterias nowadays. So when you say large size SUV, by default it goes to seven or eight seaters. But
Okay.
in mid-size, it can be considered as a five sitter or with a large cargo. Okay. Because
Uh-huh.
some families prefer huge cargo space because they go off-roading. So Subaru Outback is
Right.
considered to be a mid-size SUV. Even in
I
fact,
got you.
it's only a five seater SUV. And then if you look at on this side, which you were saying, Toyota Fortuner, right, or something along those lines, those are considered to be a mid-size SUV. But again, it's a seven seater, three
Okay.
rows, right?
Yeah.
So if you can help me, then I can do a little bit more research and come back to you on that front.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll talk with my wife. I don't think that we necessarily need the three rows.
Hmm.
Just like having the extra cargo space is important. But if a seven seater is where, like, if there's a deal on that, that falls into our wheelhouse, then sure, we'll totally consider it. It's just, for me, it's less about the number of seats and it's more about like the drive feel. Like, because I know like the large SUV, like Lincoln Navigator and stuff, I drove one of those. It's like driving a truck and it's terrifying. So like,
Yes.
I just don't want anything that feels like that. But yeah, so that's I think we can, if it helps to open up the search and look at both of those, that we're okay with that. Um, we don't have a strong preference. The
Right.
preference really is for the reliability, um, the safety, that sort of thing.
So I completely understand, and based upon that, we'll do a detailed research. Let me just take a moment and show you the way we do detailed research so that you will see how we do it. Just a second, let me find the document. Yeah, over here. Okay. I'll just start with this, which is what we have done for one of our client. And then I'll jump on to other clients as we move forward. Let me know once you are able to see my screen.
Yep, sure.
Okay, I'll show you some of the US based scenarios and some of the Canada based scenarios. Again, it will be very, very specific when it comes to your family and your requirements. And so again, don't look at the type of the cars because the budget will be different based upon the type of the client. But in each of this exercise documents which we have done for our previous clients, there is something which is relevant to what you are looking for. So that's why I thought that I'll pull up these documents to show it to you. So this particular gentleman was not sure what he's looking for.
Hmm.
He had a very specific budget. So you can see you also have a very specific budget, 20K. He wanted to
Hmm.
sell his Genesis and he also wanted to just add 50K on the top of it. But he was not sure
Mm.
whether he wants a premium SUV, but in that, what kind of SUV he wanted, whether he wanted Porsche or Mercedes. So what we did
Okay.
is we created a detailed options for him with
Hmm.
all the pricing, correct? So something like this will do it for. So it
Okay.
will have everything which is like in Toyota, Kia, Hyundai, Hondas,
Hmm.
right? Mazdas, etc., which comes in the
Yep.
20-25 ranges. Here
Uh-huh.
we did it for 50, 70, 80K ranges. You can discard that. But
Okay.
all Mercs, all BMWs, Porsches, Audis, Land Rover, Cadillac, Volvo, Lexus, Alfa, and Jack, right?
Hmm.
So by doing something like this for you, then you will know, okay, how many different mid-size SUVs are there within my 20K budget, right?
Got it.
And then
Yes.
we requested him just to look at some of the options and put his comment here. So after, like you can see, 41 options, he finally shortlisted the two options. And then he was not sure whether he wanted a new or a pre-owned. So what we
Okay.
did is we created a pre-owned listings for him. We found where all of it is available, what was the original MSRP, what is the current price where it is listed for, how many miles the vehicle has been driven. In your case, it will be kilometers which will be driven. What is the out
Hmm.
the door price, which is the price which is taxes, title, license, registration. We ensure that the dealership will not add any shenanigans in terms of like ETCS, security, convenience, window tint fees. We don't entertain those kind of, I would say, fluff to just
Hmm.
increase and bloat up the price and the profitability. We'll just ensure that we negotiate all those things. And then what we do is something we call miles versus price uh, comparison. So this is an
Yep.
internal mathematical model, what we do, where if you are not sure whether I should go for the cheapest price and the highest mile driven car or the highest price and the lowest mile driven car, it is somewhere always in between, right? It is not this, it is not this, it is
Yep.
somewhere in between, right? So that is
Hmm.
where we get most value for our money. And there are a lot of tables like this, what we have created. Let me show you something what we did it even less than your budget. I showed you
Hmm.
something on the higher side. Now I'm
Yeah.
showing you something like around 10K, 14K.
Yeah.
It's not that it's always about 50K plus, right?
Hmm.
So here we looked at all different options. Again, the client was not sure whether he wanted a Prius, a Soul, CRV, Sport, etc. So we wrote the miles, we wrote the year, we wrote the price, all the phone numbers, all the details. We did the specifications of the car because he was not sure what was the appraisal value, what they were going to receive as a part of that. And then we
Mm.
did the full detail listing and again the pricing versus miles analytics, right?
Got it.
So
Okay.
what you are seeing is only on a 10,000 feet overview, right? The details
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
always in our email communication, in our text messages with those clientele. That is where
Hmm.
we are taking this discrete mathematical data or the pointers and then having a very interactive discussion over the email or over a call like this so that they better understand that, okay, what is the next step? We help set up test drives, we give detailed comparison, we pull up the inspection report, we look at the Carfax report, we look at the auto check report to make sure it's not salvage, right? It's not a fender bender or none of those nuances are present in those details, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So after that, if we move forward, another example of ours, so we did it again. So you can see different set of cars. Again, it's not the same. She was comparing between Toyota 4Runner, Volvo XC60. So as a part of the engagement with us, it's not limited to just a very specific make and model.
Okay.
Whatever
Yep.
you want us to compare for however long you want us to compare, if you want to increase the search radius from only 50 kilometers to 100 kilometers to 400 kilometers, we are happy to do it for you.
Hmm.
We will provide you all detailed comparison, not only in terms of pricing versus man. Some of our clients will also ask the trim level comparison, right?
Hmm.
Whether I should go for a basic base trim, mid-level trim, or the top-end variant of that particular make and model, right? Or they will say, hey, for this particular vehicle, should I go for the top end variant? But for that same price, I'll get the next car, but with the base variant, right? So which one should I choose, right? So
Yeah.
again, we do inter make and model communication as well. So this is how
Okay.
we did the full review. Again, this is another client. The reason I pulled it up is you can see it's all pre-owned one. Very, very 2008, 2009, 2010, 11. It's not that all the clients are always looking for the brand new ones
Yep.
within a very specific budget of around 10,000, 12,000 miles, which is
Mhm.
exactly what you're looking for. But you can see that the mileage on the cars are much higher in that case, right? So
Yeah.
again, we do a detailed review whether there are any accidents or not, what is the pre-owned, multiple make and models again, based upon his specifications. So this is kind of the requirement form what we'll collect from you, so that at
Mhm.
least we get some information on what you are expecting. And it's kind of like a initial dialogue so that we can initiate the search. But of course, it evolves, it changes as we move forward.
Okay.
Yeah. So this
Brilliant.
will
Yeah. Thanks for showing me all this.
Yes, yes. This is a Canada client of ours. Again, we did a lot of different comparisons here. He was not sure what he was looking for. So we did that. Another client of ours, comparison between Hyundai. We just keep going Toyotas and Mazdas here. And
Mhm.
sometimes what happens is we keep building this, but then the client says, you find all the listings and just send it to me on email. So then this documentation on a spreadsheet pauses, right? But then let me show you one of the most complex case we have ever done to date. You look at how many listings we have done here. It just
Mhm.
goes on like it's huge, it's massive. It's a 2 months project. And you look at the comparison what we have done here. Let me even zoom out for you. He's a statistics genius, right? Graduated from Penn State University in US, and he's like, I'm all about data, guys, and you show me why you are so special and why what you can bring benefit to me in terms of the pricing. So we
Yeah.
did this
Yeah.
graph for him.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So as long as you have patience and you want to work with us, we are there. So it's
Mhm.
not just one
Okay.
document. You can see how many documents we created for him. We also did
Mhm.
all this analysis. One more tab over here. Yeah. So I'll not explain you, otherwise we'll get lost here, and
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
take
That's
take
okay.
1 hour. This is another client of ours where what I wanted to show you is this. This client is from Canada. So you can see it's not just only one platform like car gurus, and we'll find you 5 options and that's it, right? You can
Mhm.
see that just for Canada alone, we are looking at 32 different listing options. So think about the number of hours, the number of days we are enabling you to save so that you can focus on
Yeah.
your family, your travels, your migration, etc. And we are
Mhm.
finding all the needles from the haystack, right?
Yeah.
But we are
No,
again
that's
open.
what we need.
But yes, yes, Anthony, we are completely open. If you find a listing online, like let's say you are waiting at the airport or you are going nearby store and you find something, please share with us, right? We'll incorporate that into the listing. It's not just that we'll only negotiate on the ones what we find. It's a very iterative, interactive process what we have. And then we work 6 days a week, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day except Sundays.
Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, no, thanks for sharing all this with me. I appreciate that.
Yep.
And just a couple other questions. Just, I mean,
Sure.
my wife and I will talk about the leasing versus like cash purchase idea, but I mean, I'm leaning towards cash purchase on like on a pre-owned like vehicle. It's
Uh,
like we're
let
curious
me
about your recommendation.
let me ask you,
Like,
how old are your kids?
yeah, one is 4 and the other one is 2.
Okay, I have one who is 5 and the other one is 1, right?
Uh-huh. Hmm.
And my vehicles are pre-owned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
I
what I was,
don't
yeah.
lease any vehicles. Yes.
Yeah. I totally forgot. that you have to bring them back and they have to look untouched. I was like, I don't think we could do that with the kids. Yeah. Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good to know. So that was really good to learn. Um,
Yep.
now question, can all this be done as far as like our driver's license? So we won't have like Canadian driver's licenses. Right now I have a UK driver's license. My US driver's license, I think, is gonna expire this year, but my wife's may still have a year or two on it.
No, you
Um,
need to have an active driver license either in US or in Canada before a dealership will release any vehicle.
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, mine will be active. It expires like later this year, but it's active. Is that okay? They
Yeah,
just need it to be
that's okay.
active when you buy
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah, when you
Okay.
buy it. Yeah.
All right, great.
Hmm.
Excellent. And yeah, what is the price of your service?
Okay.
Like what? Yeah.
Mm. So we are not as there is a fee definitely for our
Hmm.
service because we are not affiliated with any dealership or any manufacturer. We
Hmm.
never take any kickbacks, commission, incentives, etc. You can pick a car from any place in Canada or in US. It really doesn't matter to us. We are completely working on your behalf, looking for your best interest. And that's why I even asked some of the personal questions to you, right?
Yeah.
If I would be just a pure salesperson, I would be taking a $20,000 car and giving it to you. That's it, right?
Yeah.
To just
Yeah.
meet my target on the whiteboard. But
Mhm.
that's not who we are. So there
Yeah.
is a fee which is 1,000 Canadian dollar. As you are buying it in Canada, it's Canadian dollar. If you buy it in US, it's US dollar. We have kept the denomination the same to be fair and equitable to everyone. We believe in that. And of which 500 Canadian dollars is payable as we kick off the process. That means once
Okay.
we initiate the process, once we are putting you in touch with our client management team, so they will initiate doing the market research, inventory availability, reaching out to the dealership, showing you multiple seven-seater, five-seater, large, trunk space options versus small trunk space options. If you're looking for gasoline, hybrid, PHEV, we will do all those comparisons, right? And we'll start putting and plotting everything on the spreadsheet. Then,
Okay.
once you reach to Canada or before Canada, we'll look into negotiations, getting you the keys of the vehicle. Once you get the keys of your vehicle, once you're fully happy and satisfied, we'll raise the second and final part of the invoice, which is the second part of $500, a total of $1,000. So this clearly the way we have split this and have kept first to begin with, and the second one at the very end to just demonstrate that we'll walk the walk with you till
Yeah.
you get exactly what you are looking for. It doesn't
Okay.
matter whether it takes like 10 days, 20 days, 2 months, etc. Because I am aware that you are traveling, you are migrating, everything. So we'll keep those factors into consideration.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect. And like you said, I mean, you arrange for to like, until we're holding the keys in our hand, you guys help us with getting the
100%.
registration and, you know, like, do you help us like kind of figure out good insurance and that sort of thing? Because I assume like, just like in the States, insurance is mandatory, like it
Yeah,
is everywhere.
yeah.
So you'll help us like find a good insurance company to go through like things like that.
Yes. So we do have a separate insurance service as a part of
Mm,
the process. So you will be taking the insurance for the very first time. So we'll be collecting your information. We'll be working with there are seven national major insurance providers in Canada. If you call them up and if you speak with them, all seven of them will give a different premium, keeping even if you keep the same coverage, same deductible, right? So as we are doing the automotive consulting now for 5+ years with 1100 plus clientele, our clients only came back to us and said, Neil, why are you not doing it for insurance? So in the last 1 year, we have started the insurance service. And what we do is, if you have an existing insurance, we take that policy, we work on lowering the insurance, and if we are able to lower it, then we request a success fee, right? So it's completely on your savings aspect. But for the first time insurance buyers like you, it's a fixed fee of 150 Canadian dollars, where we
Okay,
will ensure that your insurance premium is the lowest. You can also do it this way. You can just get the insurance premium from any particular provider when you are getting the car, and then you can give us the policy, and then we'll work on lowering. That is also fine by us if you are not looking to pay to begin with.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
All
we
right,
are
but yeah,
that confident, we are that
yeah,
confident
yeah,
we will
yeah.
be able to lower your premium.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And so doing the insurance service with you is not something I have to decide upfront. We can decide
No.
at some point during the process.
So we only need the insurance the day when you are going to sign the paperwork with the dealership. So
Gotcha.
it's the last thing on our mind. We don't have to decide today. Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Um, yeah, I think those are all my questions.
hmm
Um, yeah, I really appreciate you taking the time, Neil. It's really great. And yeah, is it all right if I chat with the family and get back to you about
Yeah, yeah,
moving
sure.
forward?
We are not a dealership that will say the offer is only on the table for today. Take a day, take 2 days, come back
Yeah.
at your own convenience. And also, if you would like us to hop on a call with you and with your family members or with your wife as well, if she has certain questions or if she would also like to understand our process, we are happy to set up one more call collectively. Or if you speak to her one to one, and then if you come with a list of questions, you and I can get on a call once again, and we'll be able to continue our conversation. We want to make sure that you are fully, I would say, like you are fully clear with respect to what you're looking for. And then from there, we can take the next step.
Perfect. All right, brilliant. Yeah, thank you so much.
You're
And
you're
we'll
most
be in touch
welcome.
very soon.
Yes, have a wonderful day ahead. And I would say the earlier we start, the better it would be so that we can do a
Yes.
detailed market research rather than in the last minute hush hush. But yes,
Yeah, yeah.
take a day, take 2 days, sleep on it, think through it, and then we will touch base again. And in the meantime,
Okay.
I'll just share one of my cousin's number. It's not related to the business,
Oh,
but he is
yeah.
based in London. Have a quick chat with him whenever you get some time. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much.
Sure, sure. Okay. Have a
All
wonderful
right.
day ahead, Anthony. Bye bye.
All right, you too, Neil. Thank you. Bye-bye.